How's it going, everybody? I just figured I'd get on here and make a video. This is the third time trying to make this. Apparently my phone is out of storage. I'm gonna have to upgrade that. But yeah, I finally got the rest of my package from Synapse. I held off. I made 2 orders during this previous sale. The thing about it too is they had a glitch in the system where if you ordered Hunter's Blood, the Hunter's Blood came from California, a different place that they had in California. And when it shipped before anything else. So it showed that the entire package had been delivered. And so I finally got that straightened out, and I just received the rest of my package today. But I'd made 2 orders, and one of them had 2 movies in it, and then the other one had 8 movies in it. So the Hunter's Blood I shared the other day. This here is going to be the other 9. But this first one, it's a Mike Mendez film. It's called Killers. I haven't watched this one. The trailer looks really good, though. Looks like it could be a good movie. Now this one is from Mike Mendez also, but I watched this one the other day. The one I just showed did not come with a slipcover. It's 4K. The thing I like about this was both of these 4Ks were just $5. Actually, the first 3 I'm going to show were $5 for a 4K. But this one, another Mike Mendez film, and that is The Convent. And I actually gave this one a watch the other day. I thought it was okay, pretty good. Like, I would probably give it about a 5.5 to 6 out of 10. Like, my favorite subgenre of horror movies is like demon possession, like Evil Dead, Wither, demons, just that type of stuff, you know. And I was really looking forward to this, but I think the biggest problem this one had was the fact that I think it was a product of its time. I think it came out in 2000, and it just had like a lot of the bright colors and like under black light. Like, I can't really even explain it. Just real quick editing too, like choppy, just boom, 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 boom. And I liked it, but I didn't love it. Unfortunately, I was wanting to love it, but I mean, it's still worth checking out, especially for $5. I'm very happy to have that in the collection for $5. Plus, with the Synapse, I've got, you know, after this order here, I think I pretty much capped off what I needed/wanted from Synapse. Like, I think up here on the second row, somewhere out in here, is most of my Synapse films. And then I got over here by my watch thing, I've got a box of a lot of DVDs and stuff from Synapse. Now this one, the only reason I bought this one is because it was on sale. I think it was either $3 or $5, but I don't know much. I've not heard a lot of people talk about this one. But this does feature the original unedited or uncut version of the film, but that is the remake of Blood Feast. H.G. Lewis done the original. It's been a long time since I saw that. I've actually got the big shock and gore box set from H.G. Lewis over here on my little dresser thing. But yeah, I don't really know much about this one at all, but I figured anytime you can get a 4K for $5, it's good to add to the collection. But yeah, I've not got my hopes up on that one, let's put it that way. Now this one I have been wanting for a while. I'm not gonna open these, I don't think, or maybe I will at least show the because I'm trying to kind of get through this pretty quick with considering that my phone storage, I had to delete a bunch of stuff, so hopefully it'll hold up enough to just finish this video here. Yeah, and this next one is Massacre at Central High. I don't know much about them. Whoa, I can't really show that one too much, but there's some beauties on the back here. The back of the slip cover. The Blood Feast did come with a slip cover too, but this one's a steel book. And I'd watched the trailer. It's been a long time since I watched the trailer, but I thought this looked like it could be a pretty good movie. Okay, the steel book is also, I'm not getting into the ripping the plastic off the steel book, but there's a little different artwork on that. So yeah, that's a lot of these in here. I mean, there are one or two. I've seen most of these that I got. Well, with the exception of these first few I pulled out right then. I've not really watched any of these or this one. Now on this one, I want to say, like, I watched this guy on YouTube, Brandon Tenold. God, why am I drawing a blank? He's probably one of my favorite YouTubers besides Red Letter Media. But I think it was him that had done a video on this. It's Synapse Sands, kind of one of those Filipino type. From what I remember watching of his video, this looked like it's going to be just a crazy, cheesy, good time. And that is Crocodile. I just actually got through watching the 4K of Alligator from Scream Factory. I watched that the other day, so now I can go from Alligator to Crocodile. But I want to say, from the slimy depths of the ocean, nature explodes with savage fury. God, where my, yeah, I like that. Yeah, some Pote Sands. I couldn't remember if this was the one. I don't know. But yeah, that's another one that I'm looking for. Like, I know I've got so many movies in my watch pile. My friend Steve made fun of me the other day. He's like, why are you so happy to get those movies? All they're going to do is sit in your watch pile. Yeah, that is true, but I think I'll get to these pretty quickly. Now this one is an upgrade. I actually have a copy of the Blu-ray, and I think I may have sold it, but I think I've got another copy of it. I think I've got 2 copies of the Blu-ray, but I love this movie so much, man. This is one of those that is just such a campy, cheesy classic. I mean, the hotel scene alone is worth the price of admission. But I was pretty happy. Now, this one was not on sale. This one I ended up paying full price for Hunter's Blood, and this one weren't on sale, but I picked them up anyways. But this is Synapse's new 4K release of Frankenhooker. Oh, that's sweet. But I'm loving this release here. It comes in the side loader here. It's got the classic artwork on that. It's real thick stock on this. Real good, like, great filling box. But yeah, this is just one of those movies where it's looks like it may have got dinged just a little bit. I can't tell. But anyways, yeah, that's one of them. I had to upgrade this whenever they announced it. I was planning on it, and then they had that sale, and I was like, man, I've just got to go ahead and pick that up, and I'll go ahead and pick up the Hunter's Blood too. Now this one, I have not watched this in years. I remember renting this from the video store, local mom and pop store back in big city of Jamestown, Tennessee, when I was a kid. And that is, I'm very happy to have this. I'm really looking forward to watching this one. But that is Tombs of the Blind Dead. I think this is just a Blu-ray if I'm not mistaken. And it's also a steel book. I've got just most of their steel books and stuff. But yeah, I really don't remember much about this. I would like to finish pick up the rest of them at some point also, but I do remember watching this when I was a kid. It was like I remember watching this, and I didn't really know what it was back then, but I remember watching, this City of the Living Dead. I thought but I remember renting Gates of Hell from Fulci, because I remember the part where City of the Living Dead, Gates of Hell, same thing. I don't know what's wrong with me, but anyways, I rented that because when I was a kid. But yeah, with this Tombs of the Blind Dead, it's got that nice slip cover, and then it's got the beautiful steelbook here. And yeah, with this, I know I've probably talked about this before if anybody's watched these videos before, but I've got a bad habit of, whenever I get new movies like this, especially from stuff like anything from like Synapse, Severin, Vinegar Syndrome, just any of those boutique labels, I tend to take the slip covers off and store them back in the box until I can get some slip protectors for the slip protectors. Sounds stupid, but I don't know. I'm really not OCD about hardly anything, but I'm very particular about the slip covers for movies like that, just because of the fact of their collectability. I'm never going to sell stuff, but not with my personal collection anyways, but I just wanted to have them in the best possible condition. All right, I think we've just got, maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 2 left here. Now this one, I really don't know much about this, but I kind of saw a trailer I watched the other day on this one, and I thought that it looked like it was going to be really good. I don't think I've ever watched it, but the effects and stuff looked really good on it, and that is The Kindred. And you know, a lot of these were on sale, but I mean, like these steelbooks and stuff were still like $20 and stuff. But I mean, I was fine paying that, because all of this stuff is stuff I have been meaning to pick up since it was first announced. I've always thought Synapse has done just a tremendous job with their releases and just the picture quality and everything. I love what they do with their films. They're one of those companies that tend to do a little bit, you know, kind of quality over quantity, I guess. I mean, they're not really putting out, as far as I know, like tons and tons of movies, but the movies that they do put out are always top notch, from the presentation like this just to the picture quality, sound quality, the restorations and stuff. I've never had a complaint with Synapse. Yeah. Now, I don't think I've watched this, but I swear I sure remember this. This is a steelbook. I sure do remember this box art from back in the video store days. So I'm excited to check a lot of these out. I have a habit of just doing a lot of blind buys. I've made a video recently that was just pretty much all blind buys. Now on this one, I have watched this one before, and I actually really like this movie. I am not particularly a fan of giallo films. There's something, it's just too murder mystery type stuff for me. I mean, I love the kills in them like this one, but this is one of the few exceptions to the rule on this one. Is I really do enjoy this, and I like some of his Argento stuff as far as his giallos, but there's a big argument, and I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I think opera is more of a slasher. Argento's opera is more of a slasher than it is a giallo. But there's not very many people that agree with me. I mean, they're basically, you know, one and the same. But anyways, yeah, this one that I picked up, I'm glad to have in the collection is Argento's Tenebrae. And I decided to go with this cover. For some reason, I just love this. Now, this one is one of the thicker releases that come with the booklet, and this one is in 4K. Sweet. But yeah, I remember like when I first started kind of really getting into some of the crazier stuff. I was probably about 24 or 25 when I watched this, so God, that makes me feel so old, man. But 24 or 25, and it's like in my head that seems like it's been about 10 years ago, but that's 20 years ago when I was 25. But I remember watching like this one. I watched, and it was on my friend's computer. He made me watch this one, and then Ricky, the story of Ricky, the story of Ricky, which is another one that's got a 4K release coming up sometime soon that I'm gonna have to pick up. I can't remember. I want to say, was it 88 films maybe? Anyways, I need that because that's actually one I do not have in the collection for some reason. But yeah, I'm loving this one. The back of it there. And like I said, I'm just kind of trying to get through this quick. I can't believe that I've actually somehow managed to save. I mean, this video is running on 16 minutes here, but it's a real thick book. And just a couple of kills in this that I remember are just freaking. The one at the very end, man, is wicked. And it has been a long time since I've watched this one. Oh, cool. We have the poster with the artwork that's on front of that. I want to say that's the tag and release, but this looks like it is possibly the Japanese on the other side. So that is a cool poster. But yeah, I'm sorry this video took so long here, but yeah, that, and it took me so long to post it. It just, like I said, with their glitch and stuff, I mean, I hate that for them, because I know, like, he'd said something. He was like, when I called and was complaining about it, I was like, I'm 82. He's like, oh, we're right in the middle of, he said, we had 3,000. I want to say he said 3,000 and something orders. I was like, my goodness. And you know, with them coming direct from them, I think he's like, we're not used to doing anywhere near this amount of shipping. But so if you're still waiting on your order, just yeah, just keep on waiting. I mean, they're doing the best they can. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.